All right, time for the college football roundup. Talking about everyone else at SEC Media Days. Now, we're there's still one more day somehow, so sorry to those teams. We're not going to mention you here, but we got plenty of other teams to talk about. Ted, really, I'll just leave it open ended. What were kind of your big time takeaways from everyone else there?
Oh, where do I start? You know what? I thought one thing that was interesting was, and maybe it was just how I viewed the coverage and what came across my radar, but I was kind of surprised how quiet it was for Tennessee when they were there with hype.
I I thought Heupel did an excellent job of sounding confident and kind of calm.
Hmm.
I thought he handled all that really, really well.
Yeah. Bigger than one person, all of that stuff. And, I just thought it was going to be a major talking point as to what all went on there. What's the whole, I mean, I thought that that was going to be one of the storylines that was front and center um, on like ESPN and all that stuff, but I didn't see as much of it. I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought Kirby Smart was very interesting. Um, I got a theory with Kirby right now that I I don't know how legit it is, but I feel like Kirby Smart's dropping breadcrumbs that Georgia's taken a step back this year. You know,
Interesting.
he when I heard him talking, whenever he was up on the mic, he several times talked about how experienced they were last year. They had a ton of fifth and 6 year seniors, and all those guys are gone. They have, I think he said 54% of the team is in their first or second year. They're really young, specifically young on the offensive and defensive line. And he kept dropping that out there, how young they are. And I just got the sense that it just feels a little bit different. I could be wrong. And what does taking a step back for Georgia look like compared to everyone else taking a step back? I don't know. But I thought that that was interesting.
Definitely. Did you hear his quote about fire, passion, and energy?
Yeah.
That was awesome. He has a couple bangers every time they do media day. He was talking about players being more comfortable now, and he's like, I'm earning $2,000 a year now. I'm very comfortable. You don't reach your goals being comfortable.
That's right.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoy Kirby Smart. I really do. It's funny that maybe the main talking point for Georgia coming out of the SEC media days was how old Gunner Stockton looks.
Yeah. I think the Gunner Stockton thing is interesting.
He
And
looks like he can headbutt a cinder block in half. And as a guy that has the caveman mandible as well, all the respect in the world, Gunner.
oh, that's funny. He's interesting to me. We got to see him a little bit last year in, whenever oh gosh, their quarterback went down. Why can I not think of his name off the top of my head? But
Carson Beck.
When Beck went down, we got to see him. But you know, how quiet has it been around him stepping into that role at Georgia? And Georgia's they've been able to get away with, I mean, not questionable quarterback play, but you know, I as good as they've been, you would have expected that they've had like an elite, top five NFL pick at quarterback, but they've been so good everywhere else, it's covered up for that. I wonder if that's going to be the case this year.
I if they're young on the line of scrimmage and you don't get great quarterback play, even if you have all the creatures that they've got, could be could be an interesting season for the dogs. I don't know.
I know.
I'm not to the point where I'm ready to say, you know what? I think Georgia's going to have a down year. I'm just going to have to see that to believe it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just in a spot where, whenever you don't know who's maybe going to be the best, your default answer is, well, I guess I'll pick Georgia to win it. That's not where I'm at anymore.
That's fair. I can agree with you on that.
Yep.
It seemed like most people are thinking Texas, Georgia, Bama. That
Yep.
seems like the preseason poll I think comes out tomorrow.
I
So
actually think LSU's, I think they may end up being the best team.
well, Brian Kelly was certainly talking like he thinks he's going to have the best team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he straight up said Garrett Nussmeier came back because he wants to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nussmeier, I saw a quote from him where he's like, I just couldn't envision anyone else winning a championship at quarterback but me. It's like, okay, guys. So it is very clear that LSU thinks they got a squad,
Yep.
like a legit squad.
Mm-hmm.
And traditionally speaking, when that program thinks they got a squad, they usually got a damn squad.
When they put, it's like about every 5 or so years, they ramp up and they put something together for 1 year that is special.
Nussmeier's got to stop throwing interceptions, though.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Which
true.
one more year of experience, another full off season, you would anticipate him being better. You and I are big fans of what he can do from the pocket. Like that guy can absolutely rip it.
Yeah. When he's on and and the offensive line is a little bit of a question. They losing maybe the best tackle in the game last year. But whenever he's on and he's ripping the ball and he's making plays, he's really, really good.
Whenever he separates his shoulder and then goes and gets whatever magic potion he got,
Yep.
still can't believe I was watching that. This is what I've talked about it before. This is what I do at night. I go and I watch film, and it helps me fall asleep. I'm told it's called guided imagery,
Huh.
Ted. Sleep specialist. That's what she told me because I told her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, guided imagery that works for some people." I was like, "Okay, yeah, whatever, sounds good."
Guided imagery.
But I watched that game last night. I watched OU's defense against LSU's offense, and I can't believe he came back in that game and then ripped it the way he did. That was
No,
crazy.
it was wild. Don't
Jackson
want to see
Arnold
that
said all
again.
the right things.
Yeah, I thought he handled himself great.
I, I, I thought all the stuff he said about OU was. I mean, I don't think anyone has any complaints about it. Like he said, there's no animosity whatsoever. He straight up said, "Hey, I didn't play good." So he said all the right things. Hugh Freeze talked a lot about building his confidence back up and getting his swagger back, and was very complimentary about what he's seen from him in his offense up to this point. So I I think all OU fans are cheering for him to succeed, except for one Saturday.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
not.
so.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
Maybe it's dependent on how Mateer plays, but
yeah. Well,
I feel good about how Mateer's going to play. So I'm rooting for Jackson. I am.
it is interesting though. Whenever you think about that Auburn game and when it is, it's early. I know it's after the Michigan game, but that is an incredibly important game. I mean, if Jackson Arnold comes out and throws for 350 against you, um, bad look, right? Really bad luck. So, uh, yeah, and I've always said I think he's got physically all of the tools. Can he recapture the confidence though? Because he was a totally different guy from freshman year to sophomore year, totally different. And a lot of that not his fault. We had a chaotic scene at the coordinator stuff. We had injury all surrounding. It was not a great environment to play quarterback in. So, it would not shock me at all if he came out was really solid for Auburn.
Hugh Freeze. I I didn't get the golf answer I wanted from Hugh Freeze. I wanted him to go in depth about like his game, his strengths, his weaknesses. I wanted someone to ask him, like, hey, how's your putting? How's it like how are you doing? Like, are you keeping track of your distances on the green? Like, what's your putting? I needed someone to go, what's your putting percentage from inside 10 feet?
What's your strokes gained?
Yeah. I needed some more detailed golf questions, but I guess he kind of answered that. What how about them playing the wrong fight song when Sarkeesian went on the stage? Oh, that who made that mistake?
I don't know, but
If it's an intern, you're fired.
the only thing, and I guess what Sankey was very apologetic about it today. I the only thing that would have been better if whenever he came out, instead of playing the Texas fight song, they played a bunch of revving Lamborghinis. That would have been good.
I do think people saw what Sarkeesian said about, hey, you only have so much money. If there's a certain type of guy we don't want at Texas, and then they just cut to all the Lamborghinis lined up at their official visit stuff, it was funny. It was funny, but I Sarkeesian is very good in the media day setting. He does
Yep.
he does a really good job, but it was absolutely hilarious when they queued up the A&M fight song for him to take the stage.
Just
I wish he just would have stopped and walked off. That would have
he
been
didn't even
amazing.
notice, right?
He's probably thinking about, okay, what am I going to say in my opening statement? He probably didn't even hear it.
Remember to thank everyone. Remember to yeah,
Don't
that
fall.
was
Don't
great.
fall. Don't fall. Diego Pavia, I love that guy. I hope he plays college football forever. 7-6 wasn't good enough. I came back because I want to win a national championship. He, Ted, he has the irrational confidence that Vanderbilt needs. Like they have to have a guy like this to make everyone in that locker room believe. I truly believe Diego Pavia thinks they can go win a national championship. Hell, Clark Lee went and said they think they've got what it takes to play into January. So he's even making his head coach believe. Like, I love Diego Pavia. I think that he is maybe not single handedly, but has had a massive, massive role in changing the culture of a program. And that's cool to me.
Yeah, it is it's cool. I guess
It's irrational.
yeah, I think it's just interesting that he plays at Vanderbilt. Like I don't think he could get away with saying what he says anywhere else. Like
Well,
if he said that anywhere else,
I
there'd be some
disagree.
real hard questions coming back at him about it.
I think that he could get away with it if he was like Georgia's quarterback. If
Well,
he
I think he gets away with it because no one takes it seriously. It's like, oh, isn't that cute?
I I don't know. I take him very seriously. I think he's dead serious.
If if Arkansas's quarterback Taylor Green came out and was saying that stuff, people would call him an idiot and he'd get drug. But Pavia, it's just part of the persona, and you know what I like it. I think it's great for Vanderbilt. I think it brings some attention to their program, and you know, I don't I don't know how good they're going to be, but they're a hell of a lot better with him playing quarterback.
No doubt. Speaking of quarterbacks, Arch Manning is very likable.
Polished. It's what
Said all the right
happens.
things, made some
Yeah.
jokes. He looks so young still.
No, I know. It's crazy.
But he I very much want to dislike Texas's quarterback, even though I'm a 34-year-old man and that's kind of weird. It just is what it is. That's what comes with fandom. It's it's kind of hard to dislike Arch Manning. It just is. I don't know. He seems like a very level-headed, normal, extremely famous person.
Yeah, I think that it's it's a great I think it's a good learning experience for people to see, and as long as he has a good season and has success, it, it's okay. Even if you're the number one quarterback in a class, it's okay to go somewhere and wait your turn and develop and not take over a program until your third year there. There's plenty of time to go. Like, you feel like anymore, if highly recruited guys don't play right away, they're hitting the transfer portal and going somewhere else. Everyone's telling them they got to play right now. It's good to mature, watch the guy in front of you. How does he handle the media? How does he handle the offense? Learn and make sure that you're totally ready before you go out there and, turn the ball over a bunch of times, struggle, lose your confidence. I mean, he is handling it, his family, they're handling everything the right way.
No doubt. We'll They've got quite the test week 1. We'll see how it goes for them.
Yeah.
So I Michael Taft's tie honoring all those
That was awesome.
campers that lost their lives in the Texas flood. That was the coolest thing I saw at all media days.
Yep. That was great. I like that.
He he's a good player, and that guy seems like an outstanding dude.
Yep. No, that was really well done.
Very cool. Um, Other things I have written down in my notes. Kadyn Proctor saying that he owns 170 bottles of cologne is just absurd. I get that he's a big guy, and he said, "Hey, if you're big, you can't stink." I get it. Come on, man, that's ridiculous. 170.
That's what happens when you get a big NIL deal. You blow money on stupid things. I mean, he's not the first and he won't be the last.
I don't. There's no way that's true. 170. I think I have one bottle of cologne. I Do you wear cologne?
Never. Not one day in my entire life have I ever worn cologne. Like maybe in the seventh grade, whenever someone at a
Some
friend's house was spraying it on.
some Axe body spray.
Yeah, but
I
I've never purchased, never owned a bottle of cologne.
I think I've received one bottle as a gift, and maybe my wife got the picture that I'm never wearing it because I know exactly where it's sitting. It's never been used.
Yeah,
Are we weird? Do guys wear a lot of like is cologne a thing and we're just missing out?
maybe. I don't know. I It's never been on my radar at all. Not
I
one bit.
I really I'm glad I didn't go to SEC media days because I just would have asked Proctor follow-up questions about the cologne.
Whoa, 170. Well, let's talk about this.
Rank your top 5 cents. What's it? ha- How much is cologne? I've no idea. Is it expensive?
I'm sure it's like anything else. You can probably get some for pretty cheap, and you can probably pay thousands of dollars for some, I would imagine. But again, not my world. I have no clue.
170 bottles of musk is it's a lot of musk.
He's a big guy.
Dude, he's massive. He's he's a good player. He's huge. Other things. Oh man, the SEC Netflix show looks awesome.
Does look pretty cool.
I'm not that bummed that OU isn't in it because of how much last season sucked,
Right.
but still kind of wish we were in it. I don't know. I Do we have the option? Are they going to do it again? Can we say we want to be in it this season?
I'm sure, I would imagine they have people everywhere, but if your story is not very compelling, it gets left on the editing floor. But if you're competitive and battling and there's big storylines, then I imagine that's what makes the cut, but I don't know.
Number one thing from last season I want to see Vandy beating Alabama.
Yeah.
I bet Pavia's got some. It always goes back to Pavia, man.
Always. What, August 5th? Is that whenever it comes out? Is that right? Did I see that? Pretty
Sounds
sure.
right.
Yeah. That'll be cool.
No Bama, no Georgia, no Texas, no Missouri, no Ole Miss, no Oklahoma.
Hmm.
So there'll still be plenty of other stuff. Anything from Florida that you thought was interesting? DJ Lagway say, "Hey, I did not have an off-season shoulder procedure," which I kind of sat here and went, "Why not?" And I know
Yeah.
you want to avoid surgery. You always want to avoid surgery. But if we're 2 weeks into training camp and there's reports that his shoulder's bothering him again, I'm going to go, why didn't you just have the surgery? You know what I'm saying?
He went almost what, 6 months without throwing a pass? It was May. Did he play it? They didn't go to a bowl game, did they? Or did they?
Yeah, they did.
Did he play in it? So 5 months, anyways. He
I think
went
they
without.
won their bowl game.
It's a long time for a quarterback, to miss out. But I don't know. That's. I mean, they're only going to go as far as he takes them, and if he has a shoulder issue, that's going to be bad news.
I want the guy to be healthy. OU doesn't play him. He's extremely talented. I want to see the guy play. I mean, he's the type of player where people are saying, hey, this guy could be the number one pick of the draft eventually with the tools he's got. So I'm hoping his shoulder's good.
Texas has them the week before they play us, right? In Gainesville.
Come on, DJ.
Let's go.
Sling that thing, man. Let's go. But I just thought that was interesting because yeah, it's a positive thing when a guy doesn't have surgery in the offseason, but it also had me going, maybe you could have used a little cleanup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I don't know the nature of it, but I remember being shocked, and I feel like they said that during the spring that he didn't have a surgery, but it's like that's a long time to miss without having any type of scope or surgery or something. So I don't even know what the nature of the injury is, so it's hard to really even know how it's going to affect him.
DeBoer said, Kalen DeBoer, Alabama's coach, did say if they played today, Ty Simpson would be their starting quarterback. We'll see if anything changes during training camp. But
Yeah.
Gunnar Stockton's going to be the starter at Georgia, and Ty Simpson's going to be the starter at Bama.
Who's going to be the starter at Tennessee?
You start looking at things.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Are we starting to believe is that what's happening here? I feel like that's what's happening here.
And what about Ole Miss?
New starter, Austin
Yeah,
Simmons. Now he came in and he couldn't have looked
good.
better in that one drive against Georgia.
Yeah, he looked good.
But when you think about it,
Is he going to be better than Dart though? Like that's the thing.
it's hard to
Who
imagine.
who's upgrading? And I think
OU in a big way.
in a big way. I think there's a chance that whoever wins the Alabama job is going to fit the offense that DeBoer truly wants to run.
And
He's
remember,
got
Ryan Grubb's back.
Yeah, got his coordinator back. I feel like they were kind of backed into a corner with Milroe, and maybe had to try and build around what he was capable of doing. He's a little bit different athlete, so I don't know. Like it's really interesting right now. It's hard to know who's like. I still believe that last year we got a lot of teams at the best they've been in like a decade.
OU's quarterback situation it's not all about the quarterback situation, right? Everyone, we talk about it all the time, everyone around him's got to play better, got to play well. But you start looking at it in the overall picture of the SEC, where Mateer stacks up, and you start feeling a little better about the season as it gets closer. I'm just saying.
And I mean, not only have we upgraded massively at quarterback, unless something horrible happens, we're also upgrading everywhere else around him,
Yeah.
which is
If guys can just stay healthy, yes,
that's it. That's it.
we're doing it. We're talking ourselves into it. Dang it.
We're deep into the off season.
Dang it. Dang. Anything else from
I don't.
SEC Media Days? Thought our guy Levy sounded great.
Yep.
We'll see
Did
if
you see
they
that
can.
clip of him telling Toby, "You guys keep your eyes off Zach"?
That was awesome.
That's funny.
It's like really, quite literally the first thing he said to T Row. Get your eyes off Zach.
That's great.
Levy's great. All right. Anything else? Going once.
That's it.
Going twice. SEC Media Days is great. The coverage is great.
Yep.
Shout out to all the OU media that went down there and put all those clips out that we talked about.
Yep. Good stuff.
Appreciate you, boys.